Hi, Cindy Crane here from Miniature Luxuries and Papers. I've got a lot packed into the next 20 minutes, but I just wanted to let you know that we're going to be doing 4 layouts, and as a special, we're going to be doing some other projects that would make great gifts for Christmas giving, and you can do them right now and be all set for the holidays. And if you're like me, you're ready for some holiday cheer. This has been a really tough year, and I hope this gets you a little jump start on the festive spirit. So sit back and enjoy, and thank you so much for joining me and watching. Well, my first layout is called Winter Star. This one originally came out not as a paper pad collection, but as a collection of 6 individual sheets. And I really liked the look on these. Reminded me more of a baby's first Christmas. Now inside the pack, we have a blue and white polka dot. And then just a pretty floral background. Another nice background. A wood. This one has some really nice images on it. Hearts. Snowflakes. A wood. Nice contrasting color. And then the stars. So for this layout, I used the stars as a background. And then I used the polka dot as the backer for my journaling cards and the photos. Now I noticed in one of the images that there were banners. So I took another sheet and I cut banners as a backer for 2 of the tag cards. And then I used another one of the images, the little woven heart, and then just backed that with the polka dot. Now, since it's Christmas, I need a little glitter, so I added some glitter cardstock in the shape of hearts and some silver stars. The next layout is from the paper collection called Pink Christmas. Now, Stamperia has come out with a version of this several times. One year it was Sweet Christmas, but the images in this are so classic and traditional that it's been very popular, so we always get another version of it. So this year we have an 8x8 Pink Christmas. Lovely roses. And then we have the 12x12. Now for this layout, I decided to go with the single sheets. And the reason I did this is because if you have the paper pad, you only have one each of a design. So by using the single sheets as your background papers, you can either get the paper pad and one other sheet, or just get the 2 sheets. And here's one of the patterns. The round discs are just so nice to work with. A pretty blue background. And then the card sheet. Now on this particular one, I went through and I found a sheet that I liked just as much as the single sheets that went with the collection. This one is from Wonderland, but it had the snowflakes and the little pink and blue in it. So I decided to go with that for the background. Now for the rest of the layout, I took another sheet of the flowered paper, and then I made a strip that goes down here, and then just mounted with the 𝐒𝐬𝐧𝐥𝐢 glitter card as a backer, my photo and journaling cards, one of the card sheets as just with the image, and another one then for journaling. Now to finish it off, I used the discs, and I also added a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of glitter, and some snow into the images. I also used the new decorative chips. These are the best ever for just a little addition, something to enhance cards, any of your projects, and in this case, the scrapbook sheet. You can see I just used some of the flourishes to finish off. I also used some of the chipboard and the die cuts. Now the next layout is from Classic Christmas. Now you may have seen some of these images before because Stamperia is, again, brings out the classics and the ones that everyone seems to gravitate towards. One year it was a botanic Christmas, another vintage Christmas, but they all have the very quintessential Christmas images that everyone seems to love. So this year it's Classic Christmas in an 8x8 and a 12x12. So for this layout, once again, I went to the single sheets. And we have the card sheet. Again, just some images in the discs. This is a printed sheet. It actually looks a little more solid, but it almost is like a little water. We have some tags, and this is a really pretty one with just the green trees on the red background. And then for the background page, I used the one that had the poinsettias on it. And the back side of that is the red. So for this one, I just made my photo cards with just some red paper that I had in my stash. I used the decorative chips as an accent. And then I also used the cards, one for journaling, one is just an image. Backed it with some of the gold 𝐒𝐬𝐧𝐧𝐞 glitter card, and we have a beautiful layout. Now this last layout was from the collection called Make-A-Wish. Now the paper pads are one season, but there are still a lot of the products that go with it, the stamps, the molds, and a lot of the single sheets. So that's what I used for this layout. And here are some of the sheets. It's a 6x6. This is one of my favorites with the patchwork cats. It's a nice background sheet. The ornaments are particularly nice. This is the one that I used for this particular layout. I used this side for the right-hand side, and I used this one for the left. The stripes. This one's nice with the newsprint and the gifts. The red. A little bit of blue. This is a pretty sheet, especially with the edge, all with the patchwork and the rulers. The discs, and then the card sheet. So for this layout, I did something a little bit different. I used one of the cards, and then I used a piece of the border as my pull tab, and then it just opens up. This for the journaling and your photos, and more room for photos on the back. On this one, I did the same thing with the angel and the fold out. And then on this one, I used some of the discs, some of the glitter stock, and then just had it fold open. And I cut the stars from one of the papers. And then this one opens as well. Well, now that we've seen the layouts, let's talk about some of the other things you can do with these papers. Because once you do your layout, you're going to have one or two pieces left. So I thought I'd show you what you can do. On these sheets, the Classic Christmas, the Make-A-Wish, and the Pink Christmas, these cards are exactly an A6 size. So you could actually just mount this, have a nice little card, add some of the decorative chips or any little bit of glitter, a little background, make a A7 card, and then you can put a border behind it. So nothing will go to waste. Now on the Make-A-Wish, there are stamp sets. And these exactly match the images on all the papers. On that particular one, I just stamped it and made a greeting card out of it. And what I did on this one is I stamped it and embossed the edges and then painted on the inside, so you have a little bit of glitter. Now, several of the sheets that we went through had the discs on them. And most of the collections do come with a set of these. Also, there are rice papers. And they have the same images and also the disc. This one was Classic. This was Pink Christmas. So what I did with those is I made a set of coasters. Now these were fairly easy to make. I just bought some wood discs, blanks, and then I decoupaged the circles onto the disc and added some cork to the back. And then for the box, I just measured out how they would fit. Took a piece of the cardstock from the collection, added one of the other embellishments off a page, and I had a great little gift. And you can do this with any of the collections. As I say, most of them come, with the card sheet and the discs. And they are the perfect size. I didn't even have to cut them down. Okay, now another project I did with the Make-A-Wish is I made a canvas, just a plain canvas. I took a piece of rice paper and I decoupaged it over the top, used one of the discs, and I made the ornaments out of the molds. Most collections do come with a set of molds, and this one is no different. So all I did was cast them. You can cast them in 2-part resin, a Fimo. This one happens to be a porcelain, and then paint them. Now for the cat, those are the laser cuts. There again, there's a lot of these that match the individual collections. So for this one, I used the cat. You can see from the back. It has the matching tree. But for the cat, instead of painting it, all I did was take some rice paper and glue it down over and then trim it out and then covered the cat so it matches the background paper. Now there are also rice papers for the collections, and Make-A-Wish is no different. You can use these for all kinds of home decor, mounted on wood for a nice Christmas decoration. Christmas tree. I think the angel is one of my favorites. And the cats. Classic Christmas also has matching rice papers. This is a beautiful image. This would be pretty just in a frame. Now getting back to the laser cut wood. These are marvelous for all kinds of projects, especially around Christmas. You can make them into ornaments. On this one, the angel, just assemble the little pieces. You can cut it, make a tag. On this one, I just added some fabric for the dress. There are snowflakes. There's matching angels to the Make-A-Wish. The matching ornaments, and they're already punched for hanging. And this one is really kind of nice. It's got the ornaments that you can hang on the tree, some cats, a little chair. You could make a whole scene out of that. Well, we've talked about a lot of ideas today for crafting and scrapbooking, and I've just started to carry the 𝐒𝐬𝐧𝐧𝐞 sculpting foam, and I found that this is just perfect for adding embellishments. I made the poinsettias from 𝐒𝐬𝐧𝐽𝐻 dye, and I've used the 𝐒𝐬𝐧𝐽𝐻 foam, and it comes in 5 different colors. These are easy and fun to make, and they really make a nice addition. Now, I also mentioned the 𝐒𝐬𝐧𝐽𝐻 cardstock, and I've just started getting that into stock. These are great packs. There are 5 different types of paper, and they come in different finishes. There's a mirror, a pearl, a brushed, a matte, and the glitter stock. And they're very nice to work with. The glitter doesn't rub off, doesn't fall off. You can die cut it, do a lot of things with it. And it comes in all of these colors. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed what I had to show you. And I wanted to let you know that all of the scrapbook layouts will be available on the website in the category marked kits. And this is going to include some of the previous kits that I presented. So wishing you happy holidays and happy crafting. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.